Hey, welcome back. The last call for today's Women Wednesday. And as I told you before, we're breaking the mold because when we get the legendary guests, the men in town, we got to bring them in even on a Women Wednesday. And joining us, as we mentioned earlier, NFL legendary coach, player, Coach Tony Dungy joins us, and his wife, Lauren. We've been talking, guys, about your book, telling our audience that you were going to come join us. But this is the newest edition in your children's book series, Carson Chooses Forgiveness. And with 3 kids who I've watched play sports for years, I'm a a high school football coach. We all know about ball hogs, and we all know that the kids don't necessarily go home and tell their parents about it, and it festers and it gets worse. And now that football's behind you, I know you guys have 11 kids. You have 8 kids that you've adopted, and you're focusing on books like this to get kids, encourage them to read and stuff. Whose idea was it for the kids' book, you or Lauren?
Joint effort.
Joint effort. Teamwork. Yeah. I mean, when you have one of the greatest coaches of all time, of course, there's going to be some teamwork. Tell us what you guys are trying to accomplish with the continued series. Is it just getting kids to read? Are there other components that you're trying to get kids to focus on through the books?
We definitely want the kids to read, but as well, we want to share good values and principles in our stories, so the kids are engaged in the reading and they're loving the stories and the characters, but also walking away with good lessons. And that helps build their character, and these lessons will take them throughout life and throughout their relationships, whether it's at work, school, or in the community with their friends.
Coach, my dad was a Pee Wee football coach, a high school football coach, and he always used to say you build character through football, because kids, different races, different speeds, different sizes, their teamwork. When you throw the bottle of water out on the field in a timeout, everybody drinks from the same bottle, nobody's looking around. Do you think that 6 to 9, this is geared for 6 to 9-year-olds, is that a time when kids need to start really developing their character?
Yeah, and that's why we kind of picked for this series the concept of a team. And Lauren and I are the coaches, and we're coaching soccer teams and Pee Wee basketball and football teams, because you do get that. And you're coming together, you're trying to get together for one purpose. You've got kids from everywhere, and they've got one goal. And that's life. I mean, you can achieve in life the same way, and that was one of the lessons we wanted to teach.
The spoiler alert is that human nature takes over, and one kid's hogging the ball, then later on, rather than lashing out, the other kids just don't give them the ball, and that kind of starts this cycle of badness. And Carson Chooses Forgiveness, there's some faithful stuff in here, there's some spiritual stuff that kids have to learn, that there are times to forgive and there's times to be team players. And it's a great message. I wish I could sit here and talk to you about football for the next 5 hours, but I know you guys are on a massive trip around talking and promoting the book. We'll continue to do the same, and anything you guys need to get out there for kids for educational purposes, please have your team let us know. We'll promote anything, and you're doing God's work on earth. When we talk about politics a lot, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on earth, and you guys are pitching in places we need it most with the kids.
Thank you so much, Don.
Coach, thank you. You're a legend, and you're a legendary woman, I'm sure, because to put up with an NFL coach's life, you're the MVP. So are you for tuning in to Liquid Lunch. You tune in again tomorrow.